It's never applied evenly. That's for damn sure.
And that's the problem.
I think that took precedent over all the other topics we were going to discuss today.
No, you know what though? I'm not gonna let something else go. We really make it to it, but I'm still gonna hit on it because I'm mad, and I'm gonna say it without filter. I'm mad at black women.
Oh shit!
Let me just go ahead and say that I'm mad at y'all. I'm mad at y'all for all the right and all the wrong reasons. Right?
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna crank this up.
Okay, I'm here with you.
So I'm sitting here after the situation with Serena Williams, and I'm looking at, how she's being treated, what people are saying about her, yada, yada, yada. And I got multiple problems with this, and one of them applies to black men as well. I didn't feel like enough women were outraged, right? Because I feel like that should have been plastered everywhere. She had just been treated a certain type of way that, let's strip away black for a second. Let's just say that women shouldn't be treated this type of way. Because in tennis, that's what it is. Like, a lot of other guys in tennis do the same thing. And they don't get any of this. But Serena Williams does it. And she gets crucified. And gets racist cartoons made about her. And everything else. And I saw a couple of, avid women here and there that was absolutely outraged and defending it. And here's my problem with it, honestly. Here's my primary problem with it, which is why I'm mad at black women. When something usually happens to black men, prime example, dude being shot. Absolutely terrible. It's plastered over, the Facebook feeds and the Instagrams of every black woman you can find. I give y'all that. Y'all are very quick to come to our defense. But you need to show up for your own. And black men are still responsible, yeah. We should show up and we should be equally outraged when stuff happens to you all as when it happens to us. But when something like that happens to women, and I even saw black women, a couple of saying stuff like, well, she is kind of manly or she is kind of
man.
And I'm like, I don't understand for why every self-respecting black woman, there's another 40 thoughts, hoes, and bad bitches ready to tear her down. When really, society will treat all of y'all the same. The only difference is that other half that I named, y'all don't really give a damn. And y'all are willing to suck a dick to get ahead. Take it how you want. That's just what it is. So when I look back, and I see, all right, we got a certain few that's outraged about this. We got certain people writing on it and not writing about it. But for the most part, most of them were unbothered.
Yeah.
So you unbothered by the treatment of black women. All right, cool. And everybody say, a lot of stuff start with our own demographic. All right. And I'm going to condone this flat out purposely. If you feel like you're being treated wrong by black men, or you feel like they're not defending you to the level that they need to publicly, well, sometimes you actually might need to leave niggas hanging so they know how that feels.
Yeah.
I just hate to say it. Yeah, do we want people to be outraged? But prime example. There's still the Sandra Bland's. People were outraged. It wasn't a whole lot of nearly as much, women outraged as I would expect for there to be. So, usually when something happens to black men, both black men and black women, everybody's outraged. It's all over the news. Every article, everywhere is rendering some type of perspective on it from every demographic. Serena Williams persecuted on a national stage doing one of the most publicized tennis matches there is in tennis. And you got a very small portion of people saying anything about it. And if you're okay with that, what you're actually saying is you're okay with the treatment that you're receiving. So if you are okay with the treatment you're receiving, take this how you want, then overall you should shut the fuck up. And that's not what I expect for you to do. I'm saying that because that is not what you should do. Because what else happened during this time, and the reason I just made the comment that I just made, is because during that same period of time, what is this freaking name? I think it was Draymond Green, whatever his name is, said that he would pay $100,000 to each player in the WNBA to shut the fuck up about their salary. Couple of articles here and there. What did people actually say about it? Not a thing. No. Largely went unnoticed. There's already a wage gap and a glass ceiling, which can't be proven. And yet, prime example, black man said something like this. Y'all ain't outraged about that? You okay with that?
Yeah.
You okay with that? That's a problem. Like I would rather see a woman defend herself before she defended me, because she'll defend herself. I'm good to go because I know I'm good. You know, like I know something happened to me. My back is good.
I can handle myself. Yeah.
But yeah, we could say, and it is an issue that we don't, support our demographic as much as we should sometimes. But for us not to support the same sex, even like come on, like when something happened to black dudes, all black dudes is outraged. I mean, this is really how it is. Something happened to black women, you can have a certain amount that's outraged and a certain amount that's going to criticize. A certain amount that's going to try to slide into her spot. And nobody's even outraged about the fact that the woman that she was playing, media has largely tried to overlook her Haitian roots at the same time. To
pure Japanese, yeah.
Exactly. To try to whitewash the fact that she's
the youngest.
Yeah, well, she's the youngest and she's Haitian and Japanese. And every interview she has to go back, because they're disrespecting this woman every single time. All they talk about is her Japanese roots. And she, in several interviews, you can go and check them out right now, she has to say, well, I'm also Haitian. I grew up in a Haitian household.
And to her credit, she never backs off of that.
Never backs off of that.
Because she loves her father.
Exactly. But the primary point in that is she shouldn't even have to do that.
Yeah.
The fact that people, especially media, can disrespect her enough to even have the audacity to come and only address one side of your heritage for whatever narrative they want to portray, it's disrespectful. You shouldn't, like she should never have to correct them on who or what she is. But she has to in numerous interviews, and that is a problem. And I'm just waiting. And I know it's not going to come in this incident because it's come and gone. I'm just waiting for the uproar from the masses of women that should be mad. Because, I mean, me personally, I can't speak for dudes. Like, I'm always outraged when I see something that happened to black women. Because if it happened to my mama or my sister or any of my relatives, I got to have you. Exactly. I got to have you. But, I mean, dudes want to act like fuck boys, and quote my nigga quote for today, fuck boys. Y'all want to act that way, and they not be held accountable for it when it's women's job to keep these dudes accountable when they do stuff like that. Then I feel like you're shortchanging yourself. You're shortchanging yourself. If you tell me I'm not doing my part, then you know what that means. I'm not doing my part. Then maybe I need to be accountable, and maybe I need to do more. If I'm not willing to do that, it's whatever. And it's coming from a dude that everybody know. Like, I lived abroad. I've been everywhere. I like women as a whole. I don't necessarily have a preference. I talk to any and everybody. Bottom line, they might look similar. I know you're nigga. Okay, I go ahead and take that hit. They might look similar. I see the look on your face, Rich. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? They might look similar, but still, like, I mean, even then though, like, there's those drop of mixtures. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So it's like, if you, I mean, I got you either way just because of who I am. I'm not even going to have my mama teleport through the computer and beat my ass right now. Like,
that's the most important part.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't, and I'll tell people this all the time. Like, I wouldn't disrespect my mama. So there's a lot of things I would never do in relation to women that I wouldn't be cool, with somebody doing to my mama. And naturally, I'm a flawed individual. I've had my share of mistakes. I've done my share of hoeing. I've done, you know what I'm saying? I've done everything across the board. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm not tripping. I'm not saying I'm flawless. What I'm saying is, even the women I've done wrong, and I'll take full account for this, have still received the utmost best treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, as crazy as that sound, like, I can't say they were disrespected. And that
Yeah.
might sound crazy, but that's the bottom line. Like, I'm like, all right, I did dirt, but how were you treated overall?
Can't say you ever did them dirty.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, all right, how can I even say this and do things like this when women don't do it for women?
That's a good point. You know, men, I think, to your point, like, we do have to do, like, us black men have to do a better job of having, you know, our sisters' backs, you know?
Absolutely.
And I think across the board, I think some like you and I, we get upset when things happen, but you know, I think as a whole, we're just not there for them like they are for us.
Nope.
You know, and that needs to be addressed. And additionally, women need to black women shouldn't be so quick to tear other black women down, you know, as well.
Not at all.
You know, because you know, if they sing a song they don't like, or if they are mean to someone, then all of a sudden, like, oh, you reap what you sow and all that shit. You know, Serena, people were upset over Serena for a couple days.
Exactly.
And even if like she was, you know, like saying unnecessary things to the judge, you know, she's still raising valid points that men are treated differently there.
Yep.
Than she is. And then she didn't even say it was because she was a black woman. She said it was because she was a woman, and
exactly.
there was no women there that had her back like that.
Nobody said a thing, man. Nobody said a thing.
But then you look at, you know, like Olivia Munn talking about the Predator scene, or any of the other women that had other issues with, you know, Harvey Weinstein, and then they had the whole army behind them.
I mean, I think it's
that's
crazy
a bigger problem,
too, though, man. Just because, I mean, and that's why I said I wanted to strip even the black woman situation away from it, simply because there's a double issue there. There's women and then there's black women. And what happened to her largely, especially in tennis, first of all, is a women's issue. And women's issues are global in every country, everywhere.
Yes.
And secondly, yeah, she just so happened to be a black woman. And that comes into context when people are drawing racist cartoons about her. And
yeah, the cartoon is ridiculous.
And nobody's saying nothing about that. And it's like, the reason, because I mean, I'm going to defer back to what I said when I started this. I'm very upset with black women behind this one, because I feel like there should have been more people at her defense. And just like what Rich said, I feel like black men need to be held more accountable when stuff like that happen, when they're not saying that. And I say that because you teach people how to treat you. You let people treat you any kind of way, and well, they're going to treat you any kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Once you put your foot down and simply say, no, I'm not having it. It is what it is. And I recently had a conversation with, you know, somebody I've been knowing for a while. It was very work related. And more or less, I was telling her, you know, it's a couple people you need to spaz out on and just go the fuck off on and let them give a piece of your mind. And she said, you know, and quote, I can't do that in this situation, especially when it's work related, because I don't want to be made out to be the angry black woman. And I said to her, do you know who gets angry? Human beings. Right?
Yeah.
So no matter what you do, you already going to hold that stereotype regardless whether it applies or not. Anybody else can get as angry as they want to, and it's just going to be looked at as they're angry. I know without me even doing anything, just because I walk around not feeling the need to smile at everybody, that people probably already think I'm an angry black man. Do I actually care? No, I'm not there to shape perception. I'm there to do a job. As long as my pay is the same and my work is quality enough to suffice for what I'm doing, and I'm going above and beyond, like, I don't need to appease nobody else. My job there is to do exactly what my performance objectives tell me I'm supposed to do, complete those tasks, and take my black ass home. like that is the gist of it. And what people think about me outside of that, well, I'm not too concerned with. But I mean, it's especially for black women, man, because this is starting to annoy me simply because I feel like it's a dying breed now. Instead of a lot of women drawing closer together, like, women are being pushed further apart. And back when stuff used to have to happen to women and women are unified, usually now something has to happen, like what Rich pointed out. Like, there has to be a massive We Too movement, or there got to be some serious sexual assault or something for women to unify. But even then, it's still, somewhat looked over, because we got a sexual assault